Hello students, let us see the textual exercise of chapter 2, question number 5. It is given that a capacitance of 8 picofarad having air as a dielectric medium. Find out the new capacitance when the distance is reduced to half and the space is filled with a dielectric of dielectric constant 6. So initial capacitor is given when air is a dielectric. Then you have to find out a new capacitance when the medium is filled with dielectric and the distance is reduced to half. So these are MCQ based question. Clearly, when air is dielectric, we know that initial or when air is dielectric, the formula is epsilon naught A by D. Therefore, 8 picofarad is equal to epsilon naught A by D. That is equation number 1. Now, when dielectric is introduced, we know that when the dielectric is introduced, the new capacitance becomes K times the initial capacitance. But here the distance is reduced to half. So new capacitance C is equal to K times epsilon naught. That is, first you have to write a formula epsilon A by D dash. That D dash is a new distance. Now epsilon can be written as K times epsilon naught, that we know the ratio of the permittivity to the permittivity of free space is known as dielectric constant, upon A divided by D dash is equal to D by 2. Therefore, C is equal to 2K epsilon naught A by D. That is equation 2. Now, if we substitute, now this is our equation number 2. Now if we introduce, so the new formula becomes C is equal to 2K epsilon naught A by D. This is our new formula. So when the distance is reduced to half. So this is equation number 2. Now if we substitute the value of equation 1 in equation 2, that is epsilon naught A by D can be directly written as 8 picofarad. So substitute equation 1 in equation 2. So when we substitute this equation, C is equal to twice K. Directly we write the value of epsilon naught A by D as 8. Therefore, C is equal to 16K. Now the value of K is 6. So C is equal to 16 into 6, that is equal to 96 picofarad. So directly C is equal to 96 picofarad. So this is an MCQ question. Again, question number 6. Again it is an MCQ based question. We have 3 capacitor. Say the capacitor is identical. The capacitor is identical and they are connected in parallel. C equivalent you have to find out, as well as the voltage across each capacitor. So first we draw a diagram. C1, C2, C3 all are connected in parallel with a supply of V is equal to 120 volt. C1, C2 and C3. All the 3 capacitors are connected in parallel. You see the diagram of each plate. The first plate of each capacitor is connected to a common point, say A, and the other plate of all the 3 capacitors are connected to another point B. So we can say that the capacitors are connected in the parallel combination. It is given that the capacitors are connected in series. sorry, it is given that the capacitors are connected in series, not in a parallel combination. Question number 6. So C1, C2, C3, they are connected in series with a supply of V is equal to 120 volt. You have to find out C equivalent. Also, you have to find out voltage across each capacitor. We know in the series combination, we have to move from positive terminal to negative terminal, and there is no division of path. C equivalent, if it is identical, then we can say it is directly C by N, or you can apply the formula 1 upon C equivalent is equal to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. Or directly I am writing C equivalent is equal to C by N, where C1 is equal to C2 is equal to C3 is equal to C is equal to 9 picofarad. So C equivalent comes out to be 9 divided by 3, that is equal to 3 picofarad. That is the first portion. So, or also 1 by 9, 1 by 9, 1 by 9, that is 3 by 9, that reciprocal comes out to be 3. Now you have to find out the voltage across each capacitor. It is clear that when the capacitors are connected in series, the voltage is different and the charge is same. Since C is same, the charge is same, so we know that the voltage should be divided equally. If the value of C is different, then say again we can do it directly or we can use the method. In series combination, V1 plus V2 plus V3 is equal to V. Therefore, V1 plus V2 plus V3 is equal to 120 volt. Now there are two possibilities or two methods. Either you take the concept of a charge, find out the charge on each capacitor, it should be same, or directly I can write, say first method, there are two methods. First method, since C1 is equal to C2 is equal to C3, and in series combination Q is same, that is charge is same. Therefore, V1 is equal to V2 is equal to V3 is equal to V divided by 3. It should be equal, 40 plus 40 plus 40. Therefore, V1 is equal to V2 is equal to V3 is equal to 120 by 3. Therefore, V1 is equal to V2 is equal to V3 is equal to 40 volt. So this is one way if it is identical. Suppose it is not identical, then Q is the amount of charge on each capacitor. This is V1, V2 and V3. Now, if Q is charge on each capacitor, then I can write Q upon C1 plus Q upon C2 plus Q upon C3. That is the definition of V is equal to 120. Now I can take Q as a common. So Q common 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3 is equal to 120. Now this is a long method. You can use this method when C is different. Here C is identical, so it will be more easier to do this. Now Q is equal to 1 upon 9 plus 1 upon 9 plus 1 upon 9 is equal to 120. Therefore, Q is equal to, 1 by 9, 1 by 9, 1 by 9, that is 3 by 9. So, into 3 by 9. Now, this 9 was in picofarad. So, this will be equal to minus 12. So, this is 1 upon 9 into 10 raised to minus 12, 1 upon that will be taken as common. So 3 by 9, so 1 by 3, that is equal to 120. So Q is equal to Now we take this here, 120 into 3 into 10 raised to minus 12. So Q is equal to, 120 into 3. Now let me write this here. So Q is equal to 120 into 3 into 10 raised to minus 12. So we use this concept. So Q is equal to 360 into 10 raised to minus 12 coulomb. If the charge is asked on each capacitor, then this should be the Q. Now you can individually find out here. Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to Q3 is equal to 360 into 10 raised to minus 12 because it is in a series combination. Therefore, V1 is equal to Q1 upon C1. So that is 360 into 10 raised to minus 12 divided by 9 into 10 raised to minus 12 pico. So it get cancelled. It comes out to be 40 volt. Similarly, you can do for V2 and V3. You can do it for V2 and V3. So this is the another way. If the value of C is different, you have to find out the Q. Otherwise, this is a small method. You can directly do it. Now let us come to question number 7. Now here we have a 3 capacitor, 2 picofarad, 3 picofarad and 4 picofarad. They are connected in parallel with a supply of 100 volt. See, all this and the numericals are MCQ based. Now we have a 3 capacitor. So let us be C1 equal to 2, then C2, C3 connected with a supply of 100 volt. Now see the common point of the first plate of the capacitor. Each capacitor is A, the other point is B. So they are in parallel combination. Also it is a junction. There is a division of charge. Now here the value of C1, C2 and C3 are not same. So you have to also find out the charge on each capacitor. Voltage across each capacitor, you can see it is 100 volt only. Also, if I take this C point, this as D, this is a positive terminal. So C is at 100 volt and the negative terminal is arbitrarily taken as 0 volt. So potential difference is 100 volt. C and A have no other component, only it is a conducting wire. We assume there is no resistance of a conducting wire. So A has a potential of 100 volt, B has a potential of 0 volt. So potential difference is 100. So AB across C2, C1 or C3 is same. So if you have to find out the potential, you can directly write from the figure the potential difference across each capacitor is 100 volt. So I can easily find out Q on each because V1 is 100, V2 is 100 and V3 is also 100 volt. Now you have to find out C equivalent. So directly, since it is a parallel combination, C equivalent is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3, that is 2 plus 3 plus 4. So this is equal to 9, that is 3 plus 2, 5 plus 4, 9 picofarad. This is a C equivalent. Now as far as the charge on each capacitor is concerned, potential difference across each capacitor is same. That is V1 is equal to V2 is equal to V3 is equal to 100 volt. So potential difference is same. We know in parallel combination charge is different and also the C is different given. So different value of charge can be obtained. So Q1 can be written as C1 V1. So this will be equal to 2 picofarad, means 2 into 10 raised to minus 12 into 100. So it becomes 2 into 10 raised to minus 10 coulomb. Similarly Q2, that is equal to C2 V2. that is equal to 3 into 10 raised to minus 12 into 100. So 3 into 10 raised to minus 10 coulomb. Q3, that is C3V3, that is equal to 4 into 10 raised to minus 12 into 100, that is 4 into 10 raised to minus 10 coulomb. So simply it is a multiplication C1V1, C2V2 and C3V3. Also if you see, the total charge is 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 4, 9 into 10 raised to minus 10 coulomb. If you want to verify this, the total charge produced by the battery will be equal to Q is equal to C equivalent into V. So C equivalent is 9 pico, so 9 into 10 raised to minus 12 into 100. So it comes out to be 9 into 10 raised to minus 10 coulomb. So this is the total charge produced by the battery, and charge can neither be created nor destroyed. So if I say total charge produced is 9, so when this 9 coulomb, 9 into 10 raised to minus 10 coulomb, it is actually, I am saying the 9 coulomb. So when 9 come here, out of this 9, 2 goes to C1, then 3 goes to C2 and 4 goes to C3. So charge can neither be created nor destroyed. 2.8. Again, it is a direct sum. Area is given, D is given. The first portion is find the C. And then the second portion is, if C is connected with a 100 volt battery, then find the Q also. So it is, calculation will be left as an homework. So C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. A is given, D is given. So if I take, for easy calculation, I can take the value of epsilon 9 into 10 raised to minus 12. Though the correct value is 8.85, so you have to take that value. Area, it is 6 into 10 raised to minus 3 upon, distance is 3 mm. So 3 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. So 3 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. So C comes out to be 18. This 10 raised to minus 3 is cancelled. 3 3s are 3 2s are 6, sorry, 9 2s are 18. 18 into 10 raised to minus 12 farad, or it is picofarad. So this is the C value. Then you have to find out Q. Now Q is equal to CV. So 18 into 10 raised to minus 12 into 100. So it comes out to be 18 into 10 raised to minus 10 coulomb. So it is a direct formula. Q is equal to CV. You can do the calculation from this. See, question 9 is in continuation with the question number 8. In question number 8, the supply was 100 volt and the initial C naught was found to be 18 picofarad. Now the extension of the question is, the mica sheet of T is equal to 3 mm is introduced having dielectric constant 6. Find C and Q. What we have found in question 8, C and Q, you have to find it again. There are two situations. Battery remains connected, means the dielectric is introduced when the battery is connected, and when the battery is disconnected. See, we have done the theory of introduction of a dielectric when the battery is disconnected. So if you remember, when the battery was disconnected, we have proved this in the theory, effect of dielectric on a capacitor. So you can refer that theory also. You have to remember that when the dielectric is introduced, the entire space should be filled up with a dielectric. That theory we have done. So in this situation, the capacitor is charged, then the battery is disconnected and the dielectric is introduced. In that situation, we have seen Q remains constant. Q remains constant because battery is removed. So charge can neither be created nor destroyed. So Q remains same. Second, new C was K times the initial. Capacitance becomes K times. Voltage becomes 1 upon K times. Electric field, E is equal to E naught by K. That we have proved. Now if we talk about the energy, energy is equal to half CV square. Half CV square. C is a square, so increase is square and decrease is the power is 1. So overall the energy will increase, and that is why we introduce a dielectric medium, so that the capacitance and energy increases. So fifth, U increases and it becomes K times the initial. That was the situation. And if E decreases, E is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught. So induced charges are introduced on the surface of a dielectric. It opposes the applied field. So surface charge density also decreases because E is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught. So sigma also decreases, and if you remember the theory, it was sigma minus sigma p. So resultant sigma becomes sigma minus sigma p. So this is the situation when entire space is filled with a dielectric. Means battery disconnected and D is equal to T. This is the case. If you refer question 8, the distance between the two capacitor was 3 mm and the mica sheet introduced is also of 3 mm. We will discuss the another situation when the dielectric thickness is less than the space between the two plates of capacitor. So all this formula will change. We have not discussed this portion. The battery remains connected. This is our theoretical portion. Now let us see this first part. Now when you have to see in both the cases, you have to find out the C. C we already found when air was dielectric. So if we take the extension, when air is dielectric, C0 was found to be 18 picofarad and V0 was equal to 100 volt. Now we take this value from the previous question. Now we start our situation. This is the capacitor connected with the battery. Now the value will change. Let the new value is C. Now this is filled with a mica sheet. The battery is connected. The battery is V0. So what happened in this situation? When the battery still remain connected and the dielectric is introduced, the potential difference remains constant. See here V decreases. But now the situation is, we compare this situation first, second, third. Now this V remains constant. So battery connected. We write this situation when the battery is connected. We will write all the portion. What will happen? Battery connected. So we will compare these two cases. Number 1, 2, 3. V remains constant. Remember, V remain constant because the potential difference will not change. C will always increase. So C becomes K times C0. So first part, when mica sheet is introduced, C is equal to K times C0. Therefore, C is equal to 6 into 18. That is 18, 6 are 48, 108 picofarad. So this is your new C. C increases whether the battery is connected or the battery is disconnected. In both the cases, C increases. V remains constant. So even after the introduction of the mica sheet, V is equal to V0. V is equal to V0. Now the Q. What will happen to the Q? Now see, C has increased. V remains constant. Now if C increases, the Q will also increase, and it will be more than what we have found in the previous question. From that the value will be more. So it is clear that the C has increased, V remains constant. So now Q is equal to, new charge is equal to C into V naught, or you write V, its value remains same, that is 100 volt only. So Q increases in this situation. Q remains constant. In this situation, the Q will increase. So Q is equal to nu C into voltage remains same. So that is equal to, C is 108 into 10 raised to minus 12 into 100. So this is equal to 108 into 10 raised to minus 10 coulomb. So you check the situation in question 8, the Q has increased. Fourth, we do not have to find out the electric field intensity, but V remains constant. Now E is equal to V by D. D distance has not been changed. So there are other possibilities. Battery disconnected, distance is changed, and the mica sheet is introduced. Battery connected, distance changed, mica sheet is introduced. So there are many MCQ related to this. We will do in the NEET JEE portion. So we need to find out C and Q. So in the new case, when the mica sheet is introduced, C increases, Q increases, V remains constant. E also remains constant. So whether the dielectric is introduced or not, when the dielectric is introduced and the battery is connected, because the V is constant, so E is equal to V by D. You have not changed the D, distance between the two. So E also remains constant. Then fifth is energy. Energy, clearly C has increased K times, so U also increases. So U increases again in this situation when the battery is connected. So you have to remember these two different cases we have derived when the battery is disconnected, and now we have seen that when the battery is connected and the dielectric is introduced, all the physical quantities changes, only C remains same. Same means in both the cases C becomes K times. U increases, U also increases because the C has increased. Now this is the first portion. What is the second portion? The second portion is find out C and Q when the battery is disconnected. Now when battery is disconnected, so B portion, battery disconnected, and mica sheet is introduced. So it was C naught. So again C becomes K times C naught. So it becomes 6 into 18. So that will be again equal to 108 picofarad. So this is about the C. C increases whether battery is disconnected or battery is connected. Q, again Q will remain same what we have found in question number 8, or again I can find Q is equal to nu C multiply by V. V is 100 volt, and in the new case the V remains constant. So V is same whether it is that case. In that case battery is disconnected, sorry, so V will also decrease. So first we find out V. So battery is disconnected, V is not asked, but we find V is equal to V naught by K. So nu V is equal to 100 divided by 6. So it becomes 1 upon K times. So it becomes 1 upon K times. And if we find out the Q, it will remain same, or you can again find out Q naught is equal to nu C multiply by nu V. So nu C multiply by nu V is 16. So it becomes 108 multiply by 10 raised to minus 12 into V, that is 100 divided by 6. So this is equal to 6 1 ja 6, 6 1 ja 6, 48, so 6 8 sorry. So it becomes 18 into 10 raised to minus 10 coulomb. So see, it is again, if you see this value, it is similar to the question number 8. So there is no need to find out Q naught, but even if you find out the Q naught, it comes out to be same as question number 8. So instead of finding this value, we can directly write Q remains constant. Or if you want to find out, first you find out the V, it becomes 1/6, that is 100 divided by 6, and then you again check by yourself, the Q comes out to be same. So this is the concept when the battery is connected or the battery is disconnected. You go through this numerical and try to remember these two tables, and again this is the situation when the entire space between the two plates of capacitor is filled with the dielectric. There are other cases. Suppose here the mica sheet distance was 3 mm, mica sheet of also of 3 mm. If mica sheet is of 2 mm, then this formula will also change and this formula will also change. So overall we have 4 cases now. Here D is equal to T, capacitor fully charged, removed, dielectric introduced. So this capacitor still connected with the battery and you are introducing a dielectric, this way. Then the mica sheet thickness is less than the thickness of the distance between the two plates of capacitor. So again 2 table for this, that we will do in MCQ. Then there are another cases when the battery is connected and the D is changed. Again new differences. Battery disconnected and D is changed. So another 2 cases. So overall there are 6 situations. We will discuss all these things. Now let us come to question number 10. C is given, V is given. It is a direct formula. You have to find out energy. So energy U is equal to half CV square. So you do this as a homework. Direct equation, half CV square. Question number 11 of exercise. Again it is left as an homework. It is similar to illustration 10, what we have discussed in the previous lecture. However, in this question they asked you a loss only. Now we have seen in illustration 10 the two capacitors were identical, and again I am saying if the total energy stored in one capacitor, say 600 picofarad, when connected with 200 battery, the total energy is U. Now the battery is removed. The battery is removed and identical capacitor is connected. So half of the energy will go into the loss. So loss will be equal to U by 2. Then the energy left in the system will be U by 2. And in each capacitor C1 and C2, which are equal, U by 4, U by 4. This we have discussed in the last lecture. Now, if I have to find out the loss only, we did a small direct formula, half C1 C2 V1 minus V2 whole square upon C1 plus C2. So in this situation also you can find out the loss. So half into C1 C2, so 600 picofarad, so 600 into 600 into 10 raised to minus 24. Then V1 is 200 volt. Also V2 means C2 connected to a battery. C2 was not connected to a battery. Battery is removed and C2 is connected to C1. So V2 is 0. So it is V1 square. So 200 multiplied by 200 divided by C1 plus C2, that is 600, 1200 into 10 raised to minus 12. So you do this all the calculation and find out the loss. If it is an MCQ, you directly apply this formula, and if it is a theoretical question, then it is similar to illustration number 10. So this is the few examples which are directly based on the theory. Have a good day.